Hey everyone, welcome back to BrowncoatNerd. This is a video I had kind of abandoned on, but I've been working on for a while. Um, Basically, I was just kind of curious. I knew what the outcome was, which is kind of part of the reason I just abandoned this fairly early on. But my plan was for you guys. I was basically going to make a meme AR, but I was going to throw every single kind of aftermarket product on an AR that I could find on wish.com so you and I could enjoy and how hideous this is, and maybe we'll find something shocking that actually works, maybe not. But I was doing this several months ago, and then I get sidetracked, wanting to buy a real gun, then mess with a meme gun. And then I just kind of realized, I was like, yeah, pretty much all that stuff is going to be garbage, like what I was thinking. And I just quit messing with this AR. This is my Bear Creek Arsenal AR I've already done a review on. Not really sure what route I want to go with this AR, but this ain't it. So basically I'm going to hurry up and do this video so I can get all this crap off my AR here for you. I bought this crap for you guys. I might as well show you what I got. So first off, and for what's probably jumping out the most, is this little charging handle here. Comes in beautiful Dr. Pepper red. It is basically a copy. This table works out great for handguns, not so much for rifles. I think it's a copy of the Raptor. Okay. That really confused me because the door was closed, but the the bolt was back. So this is, it works, but you can tell this is not the best quality. These roll pins that are in there, I don't know how much I would trust those. I wouldn't have a whole lot of faith in the durability of these roll pins. But as far as me just throwing it on there, it feels nice. It works. That's kind of nice. I like being able to charge everything from this side. But like I said, these roll pins, just a little bit of use on this, I feel like those are going to work their way out. Nothing I would really trust on at all. Plus the edges of this, the top's not so bad, but the bottom, kind of a little, I wouldn't say sharp, but just, on the actual legitimate, I don't know if this is a copy of a Raptor or what exactly this is a copy of, but the legitimate one, it's going to feel better. Also, I do remember I looked up some images of the legit version of this. This, all through here, is a little bit thicker as well. It's a little bit thinner on here. I don't have much faith in that being very durable. So the next thing we'll move on to is this Handguard. I'm not a fan of quad rails. I think I discussed that in the review of this Bear Creek AR. But yeah, I put them on there, and they fit. There's really no play on there at all whatsoever. It's a pretty tight fit. I did notice, I was thinking somewhere on here, it doesn't look like it lined up 100% straight, so I don't know, it works. I will say that these screws here, putting them in, they felt like garbage. So I don't know, if you wanted to invest in some different screws and put something else in there. But I'm pretty sure all this stuff is made for airsoft. So I think it'd work just fine for airsoft. As far as these screws holding up to it, and they would probably hold up for a while with this gun, but a lot of usage, I wouldn't have any faith in them. They'd break. Especially if you're like doing drills or something with this where you're being a little rough with it. These screws or bolts here, they'll do this rail in. But other than that, it's a little heavy, which you'd expect, but the edges on this rail, they're not that bad. I was expecting this thing to just be like a total cheese grater. And of course, if I was shooting this, if I were to use this, I'd definitely get some, rubber guards up here or something. But these aren't that bad at all, actually, running my finger over. It's still, once again, if this was just a range gun, this, maybe, I guess, charging handles, the nice ones, they are ridiculously high cost for, what you're getting. This one I want to say was like 25 bucks. I had a sheet with all these prices on here, and also what these were marked as coming into the country in. That's the great part, because if you ever order anything from Wish, and maybe it's just gun parts, but the description is rather vague on the outside of the package. This one was described as a lawn ornament. Yeah, so there you go. But like, on a regular range AR, if you're really needing to cut corners and you're just dying to have an ambidextrous charging handle, I mean, yeah, this would work, but I don't know for how long. In 25, 35 bucks, it works for a little while and then it breaks and you gotta buy another one. I mean, you're not far away from the cost of just getting the proper one to begin with. So I was like, why don't you just get the proper one in that case? Yeah, they're expensive. I get you. This rail, I want to say, I think was around 25 bucks. I've never priced quad rails. They just don't appeal to me. So I have no clue where that sits. I would imagine it's on the lower end, especially with those craptacular screws. One thing I will say, I advise all of you from staying away from, and I did this just for you guys. I never planned on shooting an AR with a compensator that I ordered from Wish. This is their stainless steel comp. Oh crap! I forget who they're copying on this one. This is a really not the real deal. The real compensator that they're copying here is a really nice one. It is one I was actually looking at getting, and they're not the cheapest. But then I saw this, and I was like, if it's actually stainless steel, that's kind of cool. As soon as I got out of the packaging, I was like, nope, this is aluminum. It just, like, I'm no metallurgist, but just feeling it, I've handled stainless steel, I've handled aluminum. This here is a sody can. And then I started looking around. One, I just wouldn't trust the metallurgy on any of these compensators to begin with, so I never really planned on using it. This was, I think, like 15 bucks. I mean, god awful cheap. So then I kind of started poking around online, being like, did anyone else get an aluminum one? And yes, that's a pretty common thing. Don't it look pretty? I mean, I wish this was stainless steel. I wish it could stand to shooting it, getting a little dirty, getting some carbon stainage on there. I think that would just be damn sexy. So, once again, I mean, this isn't even like, okay, well, I'll just take it, shoot it to the range, I won't get that much use. No, this is a freaking time bomb. Do not shoot any kind of muzzle device you get off of Wish. I mean, even Amazon, half that crap is made for airsoft. And if you've got airsoft, yeah, this would work just fine. Now, a lot of the stuff they advertise, they do advertise it as, I don't know if they specifically say it's not airsoft or if they just don't say it is for airsoft, but it's pretty effing vague. So, yeah, and I will also point out, before that one showed up, I actually ordered a different one. This was actually supposed to be the same compensator, mind you. The first one that showed up, I believe is actually for a 308, and is not an exact copy of that comp, which I think, is it Atlantic comp that they're copying there? This is what showed up the first time. I mean, that's Wish right there for you. You're not going to get what the F they have pictured. You never know what you're going to get. But I believe this is like for a 308. The threads aren't right. Now this one, I don't think is aluminum. But at the same time, I don't trust the metallurgy. I'm not going to shoot it. Came in a really nice little case though. Right. So there's that. Didn't make it on there. And I will say that, if you do have any kind of issue with any of the crap that you order from them, I've never had any problem getting a refund in what I had purchased. So another little honorable mention here is I had purchased a extended mag release. Purchased one in red. It kind of looked like Dr. Pepper red to match the charging handle. If you guys don't know, I'm also a Dr. Pepper addict. But this isn't even the first one I ordered. That's right. The first one that showed up was black. And so I just, notified them, hey, this is the wrong color. And then they asked for a picture. I sent them a picture. And they said, all right, we'll send you out a red one. And this guy showed up. I'm not going to mess with it, though, because the black one, when I was putting it in, this screw here And I'm using the right Torx bit. I'm not one of those idiots that goes like one size smaller and uses it anyways. I was using the right size. That thing damn near stripped out. Everything on this just feels cheap. So when I got the second one, I was just thinking, I'm like, I don't want to end up with this effing thing stuck in my AR and then I'm not able to tap it out and I got to take it to a gunsmith to have them remove it and then they see what I did. It's like going to the doctors with, a gerbil up your, what. So I didn't even want to mess with it. I got it. It was still the wrong color. I said, F it. So I'll do the last honorable mention before I forget. There's a few more things that are still on the gun. I ordered, and I knew there's lots of reviews of this. People have apparently tried to throw them on their guns. The 552 graphic sight. This one was pretty cheap. And so I kind of felt like, well, first of all, it's pretty cheap. Warning sign number 1. But it seems pretty well, decently built, A lot of the reviews mentioned about how the glass or plastic is a little bit darker than on the real deal, which, I was fine with. The sight on here was a little fuzzy. It's been a while since I've had this out, so I can get how bright. But you can change the color, change the different reticle. I thought it was kind of neat. Okay, maybe you can just change the color. I thought you could change the reticle too. There's different versions of this. This thing would not even fit on the rail up here. I tried and I tried and I tried, and I know in the review of this gun, I mentioned how this had a nick right there, and that wasn't Bear Creek's fault. That was my fault over something I did. There's something I did. I did finally get this on there, but it was like right here, and so, and it was a little cockeyed. It was on there pretty tight, but I'm like, I'm not even, because I was going to take this out and shoot it. I was pretty sure it was going to lose 0. But, I just wanted to do it so I could tell you guys, yeah, it's a total piece of crap, which we all know it is. But I'm not even gonna do that. So that was the last honorable mention that did not actually end up making on the gun because I couldn't get it to fit on the gun. Luckily, though, I do know a kid that is big into airsoft, and he was excited to find out I have that waiting for him. Okay, so back to what did make it on the rifle. Got one of these little guys. This showed up the description. Remember I was telling you the little descriptions they put on those packages because they come from like out of country, so I guess they have to kind of give a brief description for customs. This one was a mug. There's my mug. I know a lot of people crap on these. I don't ever grab the AR from right here. People are like, oh yeah, you shoot it like that, shoot it AK style. I've got AKs and I don't even shoot them from the mag. I use the foregrip. So, if that's something that you're into, yeah, sure, there you go. This fits on there pretty tight. It just snaps on. There's no tension screws or anything like that. And it feels like a solid fit. So if you're really dead set on getting one of these things, I think this cost me like $3 or $4. This one appeared to work. Just ain't my thing though. And then the Magpul mag is not from Wish. They do offer a bunch of like the little 20 rounder style mags. They're like $15. You can get actual legit 20 rounder mags for like the same price, $10. So I never even messed with getting one of the mags. That just didn't make any sense to me. It wasn't even a cheaper route. But this little extension on here, which is I'm sure ripped off design from an American company, they do offer this, and this is basically just a piece of aluminum that's milled out to a specific shape. You don't really have to worry about the metallurgy or anything like that. As long as they got their dimensions correct, you're good. And basically there's a little set screw right there. This pin drops out. Take the 4-plate on, you slide this over, put this little pin back in there, kind of lock it in place and tighten down that set screw, and you know, that's it. I don't see how this design could be screwed up from, you know, the copy, the American version. Because like I said, it's just like a little cup, you know, unless there's an extra. I know sometimes mag extensions will have like extra little springs and floor plates. I don't believe this one is that way. It uses the factory spring. It just goes down a few more. You're supposed to get an extra 3 rounds, I believe, with this. And I've loaded this mag up. It holds an extra 3 rounds. I do not believe I actually have taken this out to shoot it. I got this mag a long time ago, and honestly, I'd forgotten about it. And I started making this video for you guys and put all this stupid wish crap on there. Sorry, I'm not about to take it to the range looking like this. That's just embarrassing. So I never had a chance to shoot this, though. I did intend to shoot it with that extension on there. I feel pretty confident that this will work, and I will be taking this out to shoot as soon as this whole COVID-19 crap is over with. So if it does not, I will be sure to give you guys a separate update and be like, oops, I'm totally wrong. So I feel like that one's a good deal to get. I want to say I probably spent like between 10 to 15 bucks on this. I'm not sure how much. Once again, I'm not sure how much, you know, the American ones are, and this looks just like the American ones. Also, this was ordered in the red. I got black. So if you order something a specific color, which pretty much goes for anything on Wish, that's just merely a suggestion. I hope you know. I got lucky when that showed up as red. Or actually, no, that one was only available in red. Anything where you have like a color selection, it's a total roll of the dice. But I feel like this one would work. The American counterpart might be just a few bucks more. If it is, I just buy the American counterpart. They're probably the ones that originally designed it. You know, so give them the funds. Plus, if you want a specific color, you got a hell of a lot better chance of getting that than from getting the wrong one. Now, like I said, returns from Wish, so far I've had no issues, but the thing that sucks is if you're like really anxious to get one of these and you absolutely need it to be blue or whatever and you get a black one, they'll refund you right away. And they're like, yeah, okay, we'll refund you. We'll send you another one or whatever. And if you guys haven't ordered anything from Wish, you can typically measure it by the growth of your beard. It takes a long time. I can even imagine right now with the whole COVID-19 crap going on, how fast we're at all if they're even shipping stuff out. I ordered all this stuff months ago, like I said, before all this crap happened. So, and it's just kind of been sitting in the safe, forgotten about. But I'm ready to get this, like I said, this yuckness off of my Bear Creek arsenal, roaring from behind the mug. The last thing is a copy of a Fab Defense grip. Now, I have never liked these Fab Defense grips purely because they look ugly to me. Some people, they might think it looks nice. And I've heard other people comment about that, but then also comment about, yeah, it's ugly, but they do indeed feel really nice. And, I mean, it's okay. You know, I'm not putting my hand around that being like, oh, yeah, that's the one. That's definitely the one. You know, I don't know. Whoa, sorry, guys. This little bit here actually kind of bugs me because it kind of gets like on the bottom of my knuckle. I don't know. I think I like my Magpul grip better. But if you like a Fab Defense one, this was pretty cheap. I don't remember. I want to say like $5. It was less than 10. Now, when I got it, there was lots of little plastic burrs kind of sticking up. You can kind of see there. It's not pretty. I'm sure the fit and finish on the actual Fab Defense ones are much better. But I just took a little X-Acto knife, took some of it off, even on this back seam here, which made it very uncomfortable to hold. There's a real sharp seam along there from where the mold comes together. But that was very easily taken off, and it's completely smooth now. There's nothing sharp on here whatsoever anymore. So, I mean, if you're dead set on getting a Fab Defense grip, and if they're expensive, I have no clue. I've never priced them, because like I said, I think they're ugly. Which is a good, cheap alternative. And once again, you know, maybe the polymer's not as durable as the actual Fab Defense one. Actually, I'm willing to bet that. But if you're just taking it to the range, you know, you're not dragging it through a field or anything. Are you really ever going to notice? You know, so I'd say the safe bet on the Wish stuff, you know, the grips, for the most part, they do have like some skeletonized grips. And I guarantee you, if you order one of those, it's going to have sharp edges. So, you know, just their basic, nothing fancy grips, I think you're going to be pretty safe there. Let me quit hitting that stand. These little guys, I mean, for all we know, these are overproduction runs and they're made in China. I don't know, you know, but I think you're safe I'm going with one of these magwell grips if that's something that you want. At least this design. This is a... So you get their logo on there, if that is who actually makes this. And some of these, I want to say I got the receipt from actual... Like, I feel like I actually was ordering it from the company. So I don't know if I was getting, like, their slightly blemished items or just overrun or what was going on with that. Now, oh, hold on, guys. Oh, it is on their website. So, the place I got the break from, and the place I got the mag extension from came along with business cards. All saying proudly shipped from the US, USA made. And I was like, oh, wow, this is okay. And there's like, you know, a little tactical company name to go along with it. And one of them, I followed the website. I was like, well, I want to see what else they offer if it's actually American made. You know, American located business, I feel a lot more comfortable buying stuff from them. So I went to the website. It is the most broken English, badly translated BS I had ever seen. No, do not tell me that you're in the US. They've got some guy in the US that's shipping the crap out for them. The company is very clearly Chinese based. I mean, not just broken English. I'm not trying to be racist here, but like, you know, I feel like if a Hispanic person speaks broken English compared to an Asian person speaking broken English, they're broken in different ways. And you can kind of tell, right? This was totally Asian broken English. So just kind of give you a warning. Some of these companies that are selling on there, it's just, nah. I just don't trust them, to be honest with you. But like I said, I think some legitimate companies are selling some of their crap on Wish. So it's total hit or miss. For the most part, guys, just stay away from it. Like, none of this stuff was really expensive, but it slowly adds up. And I look back at it and I was just like, why? Why did I do this stupid thing? But I did it for you guys. So there you go. There's my wish list of the stuff for the AR. Just stay away from it. Don't waste your money. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a good day. I'm going to go clean this baby up.